how long did it take you to write GRIMSPACE?
GRIMSPACE actually took me longer than usual because typically I will bang out a rough draft in about a month and then begin the long, arduous process of revision. But GRIMSPACE I was only writing part-time because I had a different agent than I have now, and she seemed to think that I would be the new Susan Elizabeth Phillips. She thought that I should be writing sexy romantic comedy type stuff. So she told me I needed to write 3 of those before I could even think about branching out into anything else. She was all about the branding and whatnot. And I had a pen name that I was going to write under, etc., etc. But she never sold my first romantic comedy, and I started to sort of lose enthusiasm for our work together. And I was really frustrated when I sat down to write GRIMSPACE. I mean, basically I was having no luck with the whole romantic comedy thing. I was starting to think that, yeah, that's not going to be my thing. So to break myself out of the ennui and general disenchantment, I sat down with a blank mind, and I had no characters, I had no plot, I had no story. I just sat down and started typing and banged out the first chapter in one sitting, and I reread it and I was like, wow, this is cool. So who is this Jax person? What's her deal? How did she end up in jail? And I just sort of wrote, not in a one go, so I would say off and on while I was working on the other stuff to try and appease my agent. It took me about 4 months to get a draft. And I really knew when I finished it that if I could just find the right agent, that I really had something.
Now, I know a lot of people ask authors, where do you get your ideas? Where did the idea for this character come from? And I'm not asking that. What I want to know is, a lot of authors that I've spoken to have a point of access that brought them to the story. For some authors, it's a picture. For some authors, it's an article that they read. For one author I spoke to said it was tabloids. She likes National Enquirer. It's a great place.
Right.
What was your point of access?
There was nothing. It
Wow.
came from nothing. I have always loved the relationship parts of sci-fi television, so I would say that if anything, what I wanted to do was distill the essence of what people love about their favorite sci-fi TV shows and put it in a book. I wanted the same sort of fast-paced, nonstop action. I wanted the same power in the relationships where you're really emotionally invested and you care about the crew. I wanted to try and bring that TV magic to books.